Okay, hey guys, it's Jericho here, and welcome back to Prison Architect. Um, this will be episode 2 on YouTube. I'm recording this on the same night as episode 1, and hopefully the quality of this episode will be much better than last time, audio and video wise. Um, I have switched programs. Once again, I've switched from XSplit over to a different program. XSplit will still be used for streaming, and it is a great program for that. However, local recording, not so much. Figured that out the hard way, obviously. Um, the audio should be a little bit clearer and match up to the video more. Last time I was having to record the audio with the program Audacity, which is still a great audio recording program, but I was having to do it separate from the video, which made editing that video a pain, which was one reason the quality was so bad. But yeah, we're just gonna kick things off right away. Last time I said we would be building the medical ward in this episode, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna build a medical ward, so in case something goes wrong, we can take care of our prisoners and our guards. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to install a jail door over here in the fence, and then just go ahead right away, install some paving stone. Is that where I put it? Yeah, right here, and that will allow our prisoners to move in between the facility. Now I'm going to go ahead and pause the game here, so nothing's going to happen right now, and I'm going to go into planning mode and plan out our medical ward. So I'm thinking our medical ward needs to be a decent size, so I was thinking about that big. Let's see, let's check our rooms. We need to unlock the infirmary through bureaucracy, which is important. So the only thing is that it's required to be indoors and have a medical bed. We'll most likely have several medical beds. And then there's the morgue. Now hopefully we will never have to use the morgue, but chances are we're going to. So okay. I don't think I pointed this out in the last episode. This is the bureaucracy menu. From here our warden can research different things that can happen in our prison and hiring more people. So I've gone ahead and had him start researching health, which will unlock us a doctor and allow them to heal the prisoners and staff if they need it. We can also get the mental health, which unlocks a psychologist, but I've never really seen a point in that. This is the legal. Basically, it gives you a lawyer. He requires his own office, and at the moment, he has no purpose. We can hire a maintenance guy, who is the foreman, and we can unlock a security chief. Now the security chief is really nice, and will probably be what we do next, because through that we can unlock deployment and then CCTV and riot guards, which is broken apparently. But CCTV allows us to place cameras around our prison, like in a real prison, and that little box gets stuck up there. This game is still in beta, so expect some problem. But I'm thinking this will be a good size of a medical ward, and then down here in the corner, like maybe about this big, we'll make a morgue. So we'll have this big area for an infirmary, and then down here for a morgue. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good plan. And we'll have paving stone going along here and to the door. And for some reason, whenever you access planning mode, bang up is turned on. I'm guessing that's a bug. Sorry if I start coughing and such. I might have mentioned this last episode. episode, we have a groundhog problem on the property where my family lives, so in between recording last episode and this episode, I was outside trying to track down groundhog dens, and my allergies are going to kill me. So, right now, we haven't had any problems. We have 8 minimum security prisoners, and since we're busy working right now, I did put those in the wrong place. So we're just gonna delete, and then select paving stone. Scroll over to about there. Since while everybody's working and while our prisoners go about their day-to-day lives, we are going to go ahead and start planning out our first cell block. Now the cell block, you want to be a pretty good size. Not there. Let's go up a bit more. I hate that noise. It's like nails on a chalkboard. And we'll have it about that big. Now each prison cell, if I'm right, it only needs to be like 2 by 3? Yeah, 2 by 3. Now that is really small. That is only about that big, I believe. Probably that's 3 by 4. So yeah, that's as big as they need to be. Now that is really nice. Nice, because that means you can make a bunch of cells and they're relatively inexpensive. So at some point in time, this does not need to be this big. I'm gonna leave the planning mode like that, but I'm gonna fix this just because it's gonna bother me forever. But yeah, we can just go over there, and probably after this episode I'll go in and I'll fill in the rest of that in planning mode. As you can see, our paving stone here is done. So we're going to go ahead and mark down the foundations for this building and see how much it's going to cost us. And it's going to cost $4,800. That's actually not that bad. And that is actually probably going to be a rather large infirmary. But at some point in time, we do want to have a lot of prisoners. Now, I'm going to go ahead and check this. I'm not going to build it yet, but I'm going to see how much this would cost. And I'm guessing it's around 20,000. 18? Yeah, so we might do like half that size. Is maybe? Select it. My mouse hasn't been working for some reason, and I don't want to do that. I want to do that. And yeah, that's not bad. It's a little uneven, but it's really not a bad thing. So our workmen are doing that. My prisoners are eating their third meal of the day, since we were nice enough. And why is that there? Since we were nice enough to allow them 3 meals a day, and we're going to check our finance report. So we get $2,300 per day, and we spent $1,548, so we get $700 per day while it autosaves. That is really not that bad, and once again I've forgotten to check the timer, so I can't guarantee how long this episode is. Is because I am a idiot sometimes. I'm gonna try and keep most episodes on here to about 20 minutes to a half an hour. Some episodes I might make an hour. Some things like Team Fortress. This or Gary's mod, I might make hour long, because those are really fun games, and most of the jokes, me and Ace. Hang on a second. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, no, no. We want select the guy. Select the guy. I'm pretty sure that guy has a knife, so we're gonna search him. Search that bad guy. Where are the guards? Come on, guard, get this guy before he shanks somebody. And he's gonna search somebody. Let's watch closely and see if he's actually got it. Yep, he did. He had a knife. So we'll dump that. Now, one thing that I did not do in my original prison that I'm going to do on here is I'm going to get 2 or 3 beds installed in the holding cell. Okay, so I chose 4. And we spent $800 on beds, and those will probably be delivered in the morning with the rest of the stuff. Okay, sorry about that. I got interrupted there for a second. My uncle is coming by to drop some stuff off for me, and my dad thought it was important enough to interrupt my recording. I don't think so, but apparently he did. And we're going to, since they got the building done, our workers are so speedy. We are going to. That guy just like pulled the jail door out of his ass. In the words of one of my favorite YouTubers, he's got an ass TARDIS. Some of you will know who I'm talking about. Some of you might be utterly confused right now. But I'm not going to say who, because I told myself I wasn't going to give any shoutouts. Even though I probably will mention other Let's Players at some point. Most of you will probably understand who that came from. Okay, now as you can see, we need power. And let's go into the utilities menu, I can just run power from here down here. But what I want to do, and what's typically a smart move, is I want to spend the $5,000 to build a new generator. Now this is a good thing, because number one, you don't want to buy, a crap ton of capacitors and have just one power station to run your prison. Because if you just have one power station and something happens, then you lose all power in your prison. Normally I have a power station powering the kitchen, canteen, and holding cell area, and the administration office like I do now. And then I have a second power station powering the medical bay and the prison itself. So let's go ahead and select building. See how much this costs. So we cut it almost perfectly in half to $9,000. And I'm actually going to go ahead into reports and take this grant to give us the money to do that. And we're going to go ahead, mark off this area, and start building. Because I am ambitious and want to get it done. Hey look, we can buy trees. Can we? Are these free? I think they're free. So okay then, we'll plant a tree. While these guys, get building and such. All of our beds have been filled. The other 4 prisoners, they don't deserve to sleep. Now, my mouse is stopping for some reason. Once we get that power station set up, I will go ahead and mark this off as the infirmary. We can go ahead and hire a doctor, but I'm going to wait. We haven't had any incident yet, which is surprising because in most of my prisons, by whatever day it is, day 4, I've already had a couple stabbings and such. So this is going surprisingly well. The Let's Play curse has yet to hit me. For those of you who don't know what the Let's Play curse is a common term among us Let's Players, which means as soon as even if you are the master of the game you are playing, as soon as you hit that record button, you instantly suck worse than any 5-year-old on the planet. And it has yet to affect us here. You're in this series, but it probably will at some point. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to install some lights along this path. Just going to do 2 outside. And then I'm going to install a couple in the yard. Now I'm going to check our schedule here. So yeah, we don't have any yard time at night, but it's still a good idea to have that as much as possible. And that sound means that our power station is in place. Now, I can probably run all these lights off this one power station, but I'm going to go ahead, go into utilities, and select 2 capacitors. Now at some point in time, once all this is done, I will probably install another water pump. Simply because these large pipes, if you can read that, you can actually have prisoners escape through your large water pipes. But I'm going to go ahead and while those capacitors are being delivered and such, I'm going to go ahead and have some electrical cable installed. Actually, let's bring this over a couple more so that I can just ensure that that light over there gets done. And I'm just going to drag it down there. Let's bring it. So, okay. They're still building away very quickly. Lots of bricks and such here. Building this prison, this cell block. And the only main goal of this grant contract is to raise our prisoner capacity to 18. As you can see right now, our prisoner capacity is 0 and we have 8. That's because we have a holding cell. Basically, each cell allows for 1 prisoner. So, we are going to need to build 15 cells. Yes, I stopped talking while it autosaved because I got momentarily confused. We will build 15 of these individual cells. I will probably build some... I'm thinking. I'm pensive. Go into planning mode while they work. What happens? I'm considering my options here. Is that the same? No, it's not. Okay. So that's an interesting idea. The way I've got this shaped is kind of unique. So, we might make this a solitary cell and make our normal cells like this. I'm just thinking. I'm trying to plan out how this is gonna work in my head. Cell block design has always been something I suck at. So as you can see, we've got all of our electrical cables, some lights, and our 2 capacitors in there. We're actually doing pretty well. Once we get the cell block up and running, we will install some more fences. We will fence off this power station and such, so that the prisoners cannot get to it and shut off the power. And like I said I was gonna do, now I'm pretty sure that that should not be locked by bureaucracy anymore. Maybe we have to hire a doctor first. So let's put a doctor there. It costs 1,000. Objects, rooms. Yes, now we can have infirmary. Mark this entire area off as an infirmary, and it requires a medical bed. It did not select. And then I'm going to go ahead and mark this area as the morgue. And once we get power in there, we will install our medical bed and our morgue slabs. It's time for the prisoners to eat, so the guard should go let them out. And I'm going to click fast forward in here and allow them to work. Okay, so they are almost done. Sorry about the momentary lapse in commentary. I almost fell out of my chair. I actually did have a live stream once. Interesting story. I don't know if some of you guys were watching when this happened, but I actually did fall out of my chair once in the middle of a live stream. I was live streaming Minecraft with Ace, and I was sitting on the edge of my chair, and Ace said something funny. I can't even remember what he said. But I started laughing, and my chair just flew out from underneath me, and I hit my head on the floor, which Ace thought was even funnier than what he said. It's a humorous little story for you. So now we have all this. Says Mora Goffer Mari. That's what it's called. It's the Morgue of Murray. Yeah, that's what it is. But we're gonna go ahead and not rooms. Not gonna install rooms. If I can find it. Hey, I actually found it on one try. And we're going to install some medical beds. Hopefully, you know, we're not gonna need them, but you never know. This is a prison after all. Somebody could get shanked at any moment. We'll get 3 of those. And go ahead and install a morgue slab. I have never actually needed a morgue. What's going on? I don't like that sound. Guards, search this one. He looks suspicious. Okay, and that sound means our capacitors are now in place. And our prison foundation is set up. Yes! So we are going to install our jail door. I think that's about even. It's close enough. install the jail door, and watch as this magically turns into a cell block. Okay, so it's not quite even, but you know it's good enough. And now we'll have a gigantic shipment of lights. Lights come in here in a little bit. And you know, I'm gonna go ahead and run some electrical cables. No. This way. Let's see how far that goes. Just do it like that. Most of the time you can get like this with this right angle, you can get almost all the lights hooked up to electricity. Most of the time. Not always, but most of the time. And with our first cell block foundations laid down, I think this is a good place to end this episode. So next time as I get distracted by our complaining prisoners, we will be finishing power installs to the cell block, and we will begin making the actual cells themselves. So yeah, I think that's a good place to end off. If this is the first time you've watched any of my videos, hit the like and subscribe buttons. And as always, if there are any games you want to see me play, or any games you would like me to do a series or walkthrough of, let me know down in the comments section. And, I've been Jericho, and thank you for watching. And I will see you all tomorrow.